Hello everybody, how are you going? I hope you're all well today. I wanted to about detoxifying, and I was talking about digestion and the gallbladder and the liver. And last week and the week before we've been having these bushfires, and it felt like they would just, someday they would go, we would get some rain, but it seems like they're just going on. And I've been talking to a few people, and some people have been suffering, their health has been suffering. So I thought I would come on and just offer you a little bit of advice and guidance, because there are a lot of chemicals in the smoke, and I know people are a little bit afraid of the impacts, but there are things we can do to support our body so that we can not only detox but just to support any damage. So the smoke contains heavy metals, it contains nitrogen, it contains carbon, it contains ammonia, and it also contains sort of small particles and heavy metals. So in that respect, what we need to do is we just need to support our body, particularly our heart and our lungs. These can be the first things that can kind of go. And I don't know about you, in the soil, we're getting more nitrates in the water. So using vitamin C to actually break that down is very important, particularly important for those of you with MTHFR or methylation issues. So what you want to do, you want to take an ascorbic acid type vitamin C, and you want to take it in divided doses through the day, but take about 6,000 milligrams through the day. This will actually help your liver to break down the nitrates, and then you'll pee it out. Remember, it's very dry in the air, so you also need to make sure you're keeping super hydrated, and you want to make sure you're drinking warm liquids, warm water. And I know it's hot, but this is the last thing you want to hear: warm water, warm broths, and warm soups. What this does is this helps to break down these sort of toxins that are building up in your body, particularly on your lungs, and it can be throughout your body. It just helps to break them down. So you want to be doing warm liquids. Now, if you're used to drinking, say, 2 liters of liquid a day, you want to be taking about you want to be having about 4 liters a day. You want to be going more, particularly if your lungs are suffering. So you want to be having a lot more liquid, and definitely warm water. So this can help with the sort of the microscopic particles, and this can also help with those toxins and the chest infection that you might be getting, or the mucus that's on your chest. N-acetylcysteine and glutathione are actually both very, very good for breaking down toxins on your chest. Now, N-acetylcysteine is specific for toxins mucus on the chest, so that's really important. So that's the vitamin C, the N-acetylcysteine, 700 milligrams twice a day to break down any mucus on your chest. And then you want to make sure that you're cleaning all the cavities. So the NeilMed sinus cleanse, do that every night before bed. The saline cleanse up through your sinuses and out to get rid of any heavy metals, any carbon, any nitrogen, anything that's been in your sinus cavities. Give yourself some oil pulling once a day. Oil pulling, with sesame or coconut oil, and that will help. And so to do that, also you can steam. You can do steaming if you're really finding you're getting any mucus buildup, as well as the N-acetylcysteine, 700 milligrams twice a day. Really important if you're having any coughs or you're having mucus on your chest right now, because that will help to relieve it. But doing a steam with something like thyme or rosemary essential oil will help to get into those pockets and the bronchioles on your chest, and it will help to break down that mucus. And as it's breaking down the mucus, those essential oils will help to actually mobilize those toxins that are in your lungs and bring them out. So that's definitely something you can do, the steaming, the neti pot, and the oil pulling. You can also try something, if you are suffering a lot, you can try something like an infrared sauna to sweat it out of your pores. And also trying things like dry skin brushing, just to kind of mobilize the toxins that way. So vitamin C is really important right now, and if you've got any methylation issues, you need to be upping your vitamin C. If you've got any rosacea, any autoimmune conditions with you're sensitive to nitrates, the extra vitamin C is going to help break down the nitrates that are in the smoke right now that you're taking in through your body. So the extra vitamin C, you can go up to about 6,000 milligrams a day in divided doses. Ascorbic acid, you want it to be an ascorbic acid. If you get any tummy ache, if you get any bloating, or you get any diarrhea, it's upsetting, just lower the dose, or maybe just take 1,000. So just see how you feel on that. Some people can't tolerate as much. Secondly, if you've got the mucus on your chest, or you suffer from asthma, or you've got any congestive issues going on, or any heart issues going on, go for 700 milligrams of N-acetylcysteine twice a day. It's really important for your chest and to break down the mucus. And you can also do the glutathione, that's wonderful. There's also IV drip places around the city where you can do the glutathione or vitamin C via IV. If you've had that done before, make sure you consult with your GP first, because you don't want to have any IV done until you've had that cleared. So those are the main things that you can do. Remember the smoke, we've got the heavy metal particles, we've got the nitrogen, we've got the ammonia in the smoke, the carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. So all of those things will help to break that down. But one of the things also that will really support your body is using something that plants use to metabolize these. So plants use chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is actually very important. It's one of the ways plants can actually mobilize and break down the toxins that are coming from the air as well. And we can actually take advantage of using chlorophyll. So using things like chlorophyll liquid, or barley grass powder, or spirulina, or high chlorophyll greens, those really greeny greens like a green smoothie. The chlorophyll will help support your body to break down, metabolize these toxins, and it will help you to excrete it through your bowel. So that is something you can also use as well, just upping the chlorophyll in your diet, either through a supplement or by lots and lots of leafy greens. And remember, up your hydration and make sure it's a warm liquid. You want to be drinking warm, because I know right now it's hot and dry out there, so all you're probably feeling like is a cold drink, but it's the warm drinks that will break down the mucus on your chest and help to relieve these particles. There will be some particle buildup, and it's only the warm fluid that will help to do that. So I would probably try and have a cup of warm liquid every hour. Try and do that, and then if you want to have your cold liquids on top of that, you can, and then maybe like a really green smoothie or something a day, just to help to support the detoxification and get that chlorophyll in. So those are my tips. I just was thinking about that today because I've had a few people mention it, and I know that I'm feeling a bit chesty. I'm lucky enough that I've got one of those Winix air, that's what it is, an air purifier in here in the bedroom, because obviously we can't have the windows open at night. So if you're suffering, you could grab yourself an air purifier. But do the saline solution. Try and do the steaming with the essential oil, either the thyme or the rosemary. And if you can get yourself to a hyperbaric, if you are suffering, just for that extra oxygen, that's a good idea as well. So those are my little tips for you today. I hope that helps you. If you've got any questions about the supplements I've mentioned, just pop in the comments below, because I know not all of you will be familiar with those.